Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here. This is a special day for us. For the first time, we're having our New Jersey Local Government Week, and part of that is so that the public and students can learn about how our government works. Today, we've put on a mock council meeting for you. We have representatives of the Summit High School, and their names are before you at the dais. And we're going to proceed with our meeting. Thank you very much. Okay, Council President.
Good afternoon, everyone. The meeting will come to order. City Clerk, would you please read the adequate notice of compliance statement?
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by the City Clerk's office in preparation of the Student Council meeting notice, which was properly distributed and posted. Please be advised that the fire exits are to my right, your left, and the back of the room. The city has a listening system to assist the hearing impaired. If anyone needs hearing assistance, please obtain the system at the dais and return it thereafter.
Thank you. Will the clerk please read the roll call?
Sure. Ms. Donahue? Ms. Esquivel?
Present.
Mr. Hawkins?
Here.
Ms. Ganji?
Present.
Mr. Sabunku?
Present.
Mr. Vlas?
Here.
Ms. DeCibio?
Here. Thank you, Mr. Clerk. I'd like to call on Ms. Donat to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ms. Donat?
If everyone would please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Ms. Donat. Now, will the City Clerk please read the notice regarding hearings and comments?
Please be advised that this council meeting is being recorded and will be broadcast on Comcast Channel 36 and Verizon Channel 33. When invited to speak, please come to the lectern, clearly state your name and address, spell your last name, and speak into the podium microphone so that your comments can be understood by all and properly recorded. Whenever an audience or council member reads from a prepared statement, please give or email a copy to the City Clerk's office to help facilitate an orderly meeting and to permit all to be heard. Speakers are asked to limit their speaking time to approximately 3 minutes or so in length. Unless you are using an electronic device to follow the meeting agenda or need it for a professional emergency contact purposes, please turn it off. Thank you.
On to reports. Mayor Bubendier, do you have a report this afternoon?
Yes, I do. Earlier today, Mayor Radist visited Wilson Primary Center for Community Day. Kindergartners and everyone in attendance had the opportunity to learn more about how the city works and the services that officials and volunteers in the community provide. In terms of other news, at the City Clerk and Communications table in the lobby, you can sign up for notifications from the city on general and emergency information. This is the best way to get current information about topics that may interest you, such as trash and recycling, work on streets, events on the village green, and more. Please sign up if you do not already receive these notifications.
Thank you, Mayor. And now on to the City Administrator's report. Mr. Harrison?
Thank you, President DeCibio. Work on the Community Center project is in the final stages. Thank you to the Department of Community Programs, Department of Community Services, and its Engineering and Public Works divisions together to help finish the projects. A grand opening celebration is planned on Thursday, May 30th at 7 p.m. We look forward to welcoming the community to the new building. Moreover, the next Summit Free Market event will be held on Saturdays, April 27th and May 4th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and at the start of the Summit Transfer Station on 40 New Providence Ave. Please bring yard sale quality items and to share and take whatever you will need. It's all free. Student and adult volunteers are needed to staff the Summit Free Market. Please email pressoffice@cityofsummit.org if you can help out on one of the upcoming Saturdays. More information is available on the cityofsummit.org website. The City of Summit's annual Earth Day cleanup is on Saturday, April 27th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Members of the community, individuals, and groups are encouraged to participate and help beautify Summit's parks and open spaces. The cleanup is sponsored by the City of Summit Environmental Commission and is conducted in partnership with the Washington Area Association. Participants are asked to bring work gloves and a beverage in a reusable container. Bags for collecting trash and recycling will be provided. Community service hours are available. Please email summitearthdaycleanup@gmail.com for more information or to sign up. The City of Summit is continuing its successful unpaid college internship program for the 12th consecutive year. Applications will be selected beginning April 1st through April 19th. Interviews will be scheduled in late April for selected applicants. If interested, please send a resume to pressoffice@cityofsummit.org. As city administrator, I've wanted to hold an open house at City Hall and New Jersey Local Government Week presented as an opportunity to do so. Thank you to everyone that helped organize this event and are participating here today, and in particular, the Office of the City Clerk, Department of Community Services, Communications Office, and Police Department. We are putting our best foot forward this afternoon and demonstrating how local government works.
Thank you, Mr. Harrison. Mayor Radis, will you please come forward and introduce our Mayor for a Day essay contest winner?
Yes, thank you very much. Council, we held a essay contest at the middle school for the 8th graders. And the prompt was how my local government impacts me and my family. And the 8th grade students all wrote really beautiful essays and poems. But through much discernment, we decided that the award winner would be Lydia Bubendier, who has spent the day with us. She is mayor for the day. We picked her up this afternoon around 12:30, and we've been all over the town. One of the highlights, I think, was sitting at the chief's desk, Chief Weck's desk, and we also got a sneak peek tour of the new community center. So it's been a good day, and it's been delightful to have you as mayor. I've been feeling very fortunate, and you've got some great ideas. So this is for you.
Oh, thank you.
And you can. And now, if she'd like to read her poem for you.
Of course.
She slept with a knife under her pillow, jumped at every clatter or silhouette. Her father sat in the living room with a shotgun, ready to protect his family from every threat. In the mornings, when she woke up for school, she walked miles and miles to get her education. She zigzagged between wild cows and menacing cars, hoping she'd live to see graduation. And, though her streets used to smell of sweet memories and salty ocean air, trash bags and their putrid stench sat, stagnant, the government too busy to care. Her books thumping against her back, she watched with sorrow in her eyes, as a man carted around beautiful furs, the remnants of a lively beast, now a prize. On the weekends, she hoped she and her family would be able to go to the beach, but the terrorists prohibited girls without modesty in their false vows and false preach. And she wished, prayed for change, to elect a new future, a new leader, but all the elections were rigged. They bribed the ballot reader. And that girl, she promised that her daughter wouldn't have to live under those conditions. And that girl grew up and met my father, had my brother, had me, moved to America full of ambitions. We settled down in Summit, in this small town in New Jersey, and my mother's wish finally came true after a long, hard journey. I live in a town with cheerful policemen who keep me happy and protected, with smiling crossing guards and good roads, which are almost never neglected. I live in a town with waste disposal, which keeps me healthy and clean, with kind, righteous animal shelters, which aid and feed the sick and lean. I live in a town with park services and public facilities open to all, with honest, genuine elections preceding an honest, genuine city hall. And so I thank my parents for bringing me to a community that I can look up to, and so my mother's wish finally came true.
Congratulations, Mayor Bubendier, and thank you, Mayor Radis.
Excuse me, Council.
Oh, sorry.
Councilmember Luisa Esquivel, will you present the Summit Historical Minute for us?
Yes, thank you, Council President DeCibio. The town we live in wasn't always known by the name of Summit. Purchased from Native Americans in 1664, the land was originally called Turkey Hill. The neighboring area, New Providence, was then known as Turkey. During the Revolutionary War, we were known as Beacon Hill. This name was derived from the use of bonfire beacons. They were lit on an eastern ridge in Summit in order to warn the New Jersey militiamen of approaching British troops. Then, from the end of the 18th century and for most of the 19th century, Summit was referred to as Heights over Springfield. This was for geographic reasons. Summit has an elevation of 374 feet, causing it to sit 236 feet above Springfield. The building of the Morris and Essex Railroad and Summit in 1837 caused their separation from New Providence. In 1869, Summit was incorporated as the Township of Summit. The area with its present borders was incorporated as the City of Summit in 1899, and it has remained that way for 120 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Esquivel. At this point in the meeting, Council welcomes comments from any members of the public about issues that are not topics on today's agenda. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak? Please come forward and state your name and address.
Good evening. I've just moved into town from New York City. I'm going to build a house that's too big for the lot and for just the wife and I, so I want to clear cut all of these big trees. They're messy. Do I need a permit?
A tree removal permit is required for the removal of a tree with a diameter of 16 inches or greater. There is a no-fee permit. For more information, we'll get back to you with that.
Can I just scoot by this at all?
Sorry?
Can I scoot by this at all? Do I really
No.
have to do this?
Yeah.
Well, that's how things are done in the city. You just give a guy a couple of dollars and I can't do that? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to ordinances for here. Oh, never mind. Are there any others? All right, please come forward and state your name.
Hi, I'm Donna Patel, Patel. I'm at 115 Beekman Road in Summit. My question for you is, can I post a sign advertising a garage sale on a utility pole?
No.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I have more. I'm not done. I actually have an answer to your question. So please refrain from posting signs on utility poles, as staples and nails are hazardous to workers who climb the poles for repair and maintenance work. Please get permission from your property owner to post signs on stakes. Thank you.
Would you like me to give you my question, or that's not?
Good afternoon. I'm Marion Glenn, 13 Harvey Court. So the New Jersey legislature has a bill to ban plastic bags and straws and styrofoam. And that bill is caught up in committee. And the people who have proposed the bill have suggested that if towns were in favor of something like this, they could pass a resolution in support of this bill, and this would help the legislature to get a sense of how people in the state felt about this legislation. So I would like to propose that council consider passing a resolution in favor of the New Jersey State Legislature plastic bag ban bill.
I think that is a great idea, and I would encourage you to come to an actual council meeting and propose it there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Are there any others?
Hello, my name is Nicole Morocco. Do I need to spell it? My name?
Please. Yes, please.
Nicolemorrocco. So I got a lot of, I live at 70 Maple Street in Summit. I have a lot of old prescription medications. I got like this big box, and I need to safely dispose of these medications. So how can I do that?
So here at the Summit Police Department, there's a medicine drop-off box located right in the lobby, so that would be a safe place to dispose of them.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any others who wish to come forward?
Hello, my name's Jackie Condell, Kondel. My address is 165 Hobart Ave. And although I really enjoy nature, with the warmer weather coming, I'm really concerned about what to do if I find a bat in my house.
Since bats can sometimes carry the rabies virus, anytime a bat is found in a living space, call the police non-emergency number 908-273-0051, and they will notify animal control. A common entry point for bats is through a chimney, so remember to cap chimneys appropriately.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Are there any other audience members who wish to speak?
Hello, everyone. I'm Matt Block, 14 Beekman Terrace. That's B-L-O-C-K. I was wondering, I know there's some windy weather coming. I was wondering how I might report a power outage, or if the street lights on my street go out. How do I go about reporting that?
So the city does not have jurisdiction over utility lines, but to report an outage, downed utility lines, or find out when service will be restored, please contact Jersey Central Power and Light at 1-800-662-3115, or you can go on their website, and in addition, all of this information can be found on cityofsummit.org.
That's great. Thank you. Very informative.
Thank you. Are there any other members who wish to come forward? Moving on to ordinances for hearing. Will the city clerk please read ordinance number 193186?
Sure. An ordinance authorizing a sublicense between the City of Summit and the New Jersey Bike and Walk Coalition.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Councilmember Vlass?
This ordinance is one step closer in the process of constructing a bike shelter in the city's train station. The New Jersey Bike Walk Coalition will spearhead the construction of the bike shelter and then will maintain the facility for the bicycle community moving forward. As part of the project, the existing bicycle storage locker close to Summit Avenue will be removed and repurposed by the New Jersey Transit at the alternate locations. The existing concrete pad will be utilized to construct a secure storage facility that can store up to 36 bikes. Since this is a lease agreement, it is needed to be executed by an ordinance. I recommend approval of this ordinance, which would permit the city to enter it into a lease with NJBWC.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
The hearing is now open. Does anyone on council wish to speak? Does anyone from the public wish to speak? Please come forward and state your name and address.
Thank you. My name's Beth Little, Little, at 47 Hawthorne Place. I just want to say that often when I'm downtown, I have trouble parking. So I think this is a really great initiative, and I'm really happy that you guys are taking this on to encourage people to ride bikes and use bikes instead of using their cars to come downtown and commute from the train station. So I'm really, really glad that you guys are pushing this forward and working with New Jersey Transit to get this done. Thank you.
Thank you. If there is no one else who would wishes to speak, I declare this hearing closed. Moving on to ordinances for final consideration. Will the city clerk please read ordinance number 193186?
Sure. An ordinance authorizing a sublicense between the City of Summit and the New Jersey Bike and Walk Coalition.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Councilmember Vlass?
Yes, this ordinance, number 193186, which we just discussed, I would like to move it for final consideration.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Will the clerk call the roll, please?
Of course. Ms. Donahue?
Second.
Ms. Esquivel?
Yes.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
Ms. Ganji?
Yes.
Mr. Sabunku?
Yes.
Mr. Vlass?
Yes.
Ms. DeCibio?
Yes. Motion carries. Moving on to resolutions. The first resolution is under Finance. Councilmember Ganji?
Thank you, Council President. This resolution is to authorize the execution of an annual license agreement to use the sidewalk in front of the office and Piatino Neighborhood Bistro for outdoor seating. This increases the livelihood of downtown Summit, as outdoor seating is a great element that many citizens enjoy. I move this resolution for adoption.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Is there anyone on council who wishes to speak? Is there anyone from the public who wishes to speak on this resolution? Okay, if no one else wishes to speak, all in favor?
Yes.
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 Motion carries. Next resolution is under Law and Labor. Councilmember Sabunku?
Assembly Bill number 103 proposes the establishment in the Department of Education the Academic Achievement and Efficiency Rewards Program. This bill will in effect cause schools to strive for higher success in student achievement as the incentive is present to push them in that direction. The money will be rewarding schools who produce the best results, thus spending the money most efficiently, such that these schools can continue to grow and the money will not be wasted. I would like to move this resolution for adoption.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Is there anyone on council who wishes to speak? Is there anyone from the public who wishes to speak to this resolution? Thank you. All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next resolution is under Administrative Policies and Communications. Councilmember Esquivel?
This resolution is to establish Volunteer of the Year Award Selection Committee and process. I would like to move this resolution for adoption.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Is there anyone on council who wishes to speak? Is there anyone from the public who wishes to speak?
Good afternoon. Honora Radist, 18 Blackburn Place. I think this is a great thing to do because, as I have learned in the last 4 years, this city, while we have a great staff, I believe is powered by its volunteers. There are literally thousands of people who live in Summit who volunteer from from the early days with your Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, all the sports, religious schools, the education, and then throughout the rest of the town, the library, the Environmental Commission. Many of those people are here today. So I think it's a perfect way to honor annually one person who has done a lot for our community. It's a good idea to have criteria so that it's not willy-nilly, and I'm very, very pleased that you're taking this on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. If no one else wishes to speak, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next resolution is under Community Programs and Parking Services. Councilmember Hawkins?
This resolution is to authorize a grant awarded by the Junior League of Summit in the amount of $5,000 for the Summit Community Center kitchen for Grace, seniors, and special needs. This specific grant will help equip the kitchen at the Summit Community Center with new appliances in order to help those in need and increase healthy food choices for Summit's youth, special needs, and senior population. And I would like to move this resolution for adoption.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Is there anyone on council who wishes to speak? Is there anyone from the public who wishes to speak on this resolution? Thank you. All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next resolution is under Safety and Health. Councilmember Donahue?
This resolution is to authorize continuation of the Parklet program and use of public property for same. For the last 3 seasons, a parklet was installed on Springfield Avenue. At this time, there is a request to have council authorize the continuation of the parklet program by permitting the use of 2 parking spaces along Springfield Ave for the installation. The time period requested is approximately April 15th until November 15th. The cost of plantings would come from established accounts for downtown maintenance and landscaping. I would like to move this resolution for adoption.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Is there anyone on council who wishes to speak? Is there anyone from the public who wishes to speak on this resolution?
Hi, good afternoon. Michael Rogers, 512 Springfield Avenue, Summit, New Jersey. Is there any way we could just completely shut down Springfield Avenue and make it into one big park? I'll let you think about it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, that is not a feasible solution to your problems. I recommend either taking a different route and avoiding Springfield Avenue altogether, since it is a main intersection in our city of Summit.
Thank you for hearing. All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now on to council member comments. Is there anyone on council who wishes to make a comment? Well, one upcoming event is tonight at the high school. There's a choir festival that I would encourage everyone to attend. And tomorrow, there's also a tree being planted at the high school for Earth Day. Thank you. Anyone else? That concludes our meeting. Do I have motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Our meeting is adjourned. Good afternoon, everyone.